What's the difference between making 10K and 100K, or going from 100K to your first million? The only difference is systems, knowing how to implement systems in your business to make money. Going from 0 to 10K is quite easy. Some may not agree with this, but we have so many things available now, especially with AI, that you can learn a skill in a few days and you can sell that service to a company and they will pay you. But if you're going from 10 to 100K, or you want to scale close to $1 million, you have to look at implementing systems. If I was going from 10K to 100K, or from 100K to $1 million, this is exactly what I would do. For example, right now, I'm in a creative space. I own a marketing agency. We provide ads, emails, content, funnels, strategy for all type of businesses, especially creator-led businesses. Within my own agency, we need to generate leads. We need to onboard new clients, client acquisition. How do I currently do that? We're able to implement AI systems within our business for lead generation. That can be appointment setting, getting booked calls, cold outreach, writing the cold outreach messaging, scraping social media platforms, finding companies that fit within your ICP that you can reach out to. This can all be automated through AI. From the moment your agent reaches out to a company, nurtures them, gets them on a booked call, for an actual human being to take the call and sell your services. If you can perfect that process and use your company as a case study and do it successfully, you can now approach other businesses within your industry that have the same problem and sell that system to that company. You can charge them a fee on the front end, and you can also charge them a maintenance fee or management fee to run the system on their behalf. There's so many companies out there that would pay for a system like this if it can save them time and money. Think about it. If they need to have 5 people within a team to generate leads, book calls, set appointments, close deals, and you can provide a solution through AI, perfect it, get it right, use your own company as the case study, charge them a fee of, let's say, 10K up front. We can charge you 10K up front, and we can charge you 2K per month to manage the system for you on your behalf. There's a lot of companies that will pay for that in multiple industries: construction, finance, e-commerce, dentistry, health and wellness. The list is endless. The point I'm making is, if you are prepared to sell systems and license it to other companies, it's one of the quickest ways to go from 10K to 100K, or even go from 100K to $1 million, depending on the type of companies that you're approaching. There's major accounting firms that would love to have an AI solution to help them to get their work done a lot faster. If you can help a company make money, but also save time by implementing AI solutions, that's your fastest way to making 6 figures minimum in today's day and age. Another example I can give, and it's based on what I'm doing today. We provide content systems for businesses. Now listen to this. Just because you're selling a service or a product doesn't mean that you have to know how to do it yourself. If you're providing content for a company, you have to find the right people who are specialists and good at what they do, and make them part of your team and sell the solution to another company. The beauty about business and making money, you don't have to be a specialist in what solution you're selling. If you're selling content to a company and you don't know how to operate a camera, you don't actually need to. You can find the best people within the industry, you can package a deal, and you can sell it to a company. You can create actual content systems. I do it every single day. We work with a company, they're not too sure how to implement content systems in their business, so we come in, we put a strategy together, we understand who they need to be speaking to, we call them in for 1 or 2 days per month to shoot content, and they have 1 to 2 months worth of content for their business. It's strategic, it's lean, and they don't have to worry about it. There's so many companies out there that will pay you a fee to give them that peace of mind. It's the same with all different types of services. Of course, it might help a little bit if you're the person that have done it in the past, but the truth is, like most people out there running companies, successful in different industries, they don't have to be an expert in that niche. It's all about bringing people together, knowing how to create a team, knowing how to manage people, knowing how to sell. Sales is the #1 thing in business. And if you're going to make money in any time, whether it's 0 to 10K, 10K to 100K, 100K to close to your first million, if you understand sales, you will always be able to make money. Not being afraid to cold call, not being afraid to knock at people's door, not being afraid to sell your service, sell your product, not being afraid to try and get into certain rooms and sell. You're going to get a load of rejections. People will say no, but it's a numbers game. Every successful person that I've read about, or people that I know that run businesses and are very successful, they all say the same thing. You have to understand sales. Whether you have no capital to invest in the product or whatever it is, if you understand sales, you will always be able to make money. Another way you can go about making your first 100K is by doing performance deals with companies. A lot of the times people are more focused on earning a huge retainer, which is good. But if you're working with an established company and you can see the upside and you're confident in your capabilities, you can charge a much smaller retainer and you can negotiate a percentage of money generated for that business. For example, if you're meant to charge 5K as your retainer, but you decide to charge 2K or 1.5K, and you negotiate a 10% or a 6 to 10% performance bonus based on what you make them, and you make them an extra 100K, then you've now made either £6,000 to £10,000 extra on top of your 2 or 1.5K. That's a lot more than what you would have made if you charge a 5K retainer. Sometimes being confident in your capabilities and thinking outside of the box and just backing yourself, you can make a lot more money. Imagine doing that for 10 clients. You have a team, performance bonuses, and you make them 200K, 300K from paid ads, from content, from email marketing. All of these things stack up, and that's another way, an easy way for you to make a lot more income. So these are just some tips that I would personally recommend to go from your first 10K to your first 100K or even more. You don't have to do these things, but these are the stuff that I've been able to do successfully to help me make a lot more money. Now, if you're still watching this video, it means you're serious about making your first 100K. And unfortunately, I have nothing to sell you. I'm only here to share free value. But what I would say is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you have any questions, check out my social media, my Instagram, my TikTok. I share gems and I share videos every single day about business, branding, marketing, strategies, tools, tips, all stuff that I've done from real world experience. Peace.